Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you are just meeting me, hi, what's up? My name is Jalisa. Let's get right into it. So I don't think I've ever done a Sephora haul on my channel, but there's a first time for everything. That's not to say I've never made a haul in Sephora, but this is the first time I'm actually recording it. Now, if you don't know, I'm a professional makeup artist, so I don't necessarily always buy stuff at Sephora. I do shop at Sephora a lot. But a lot of the times when I'm racking up on things, I might buy direct from a brand because I have pro discounts and things like that. But Sephora had a sale and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try some stuff. Now, this is a mini haul. And the reason why I wanted to do a video on this is because I am very I'm not just going to buy a ton of stuff that I don't need. I'm just going to be very strategic about the things that I buy. And these things that I got are like things that you want. You know what I mean? It's like things that I don't think you should just be like, I'm gonna pass, right? So let's get right into it. So the first item that I got is the new Laura Mercier honey powder. Now this is really nice, and I'm actually going to show you guys the color. So I have actually been using it for a tiny bit. So the shade of this, I would compare it to, I hope it doesn't fall out. I will compare it to, I wouldn't even say like a Sacha Buttercup or so I use Sacha Buttercup. I use the light and I use the regular one on myself. I use the light one obviously more on like clients, but I like that it's still kind of soft. It's like a banana-ish color, but it's still soft. It's not too yellow. So when I was buying this, I actually went to the Sephora store, one on Lexington, and I feel like it's still so new. I just want to keep it in the packaging because it's so cute. So I've been using this and actually really like it, but I don't know if it's still the powder that I want to use by itself. I feel like I still need to play around with it some more. I still need to just develop my relationship with it, if you could say that. But I still want to play around with it. So anyways, I was in the line in Sephora and the girl is like, you haven't tried the Huda powders. The Huda powders is everything and I think you should try it. And I was like, and then I was in a mood that day. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy the Huda powders too. So I bought the Huda powder, and this one, she told me to get the shade Kunafa, which is a really good shade, and I would compare this one to banana. And the reason why I got a lot of these powders is because I feel like a lot of the times I am not going in too heavy, let's say with, I hope you guys can see that, I'm not going in too heavy with, let's say the rest of my face. I would probably do a light pressed powder, something like a dusting. Even I'll use a dual, the Lancome dual powder, what is it called again? Dual finish powder, or the Makeup Forever powder, even probably MAC sometimes. And I'll do that with a light fluffy brush. Not that I'm trying to get coverage, but I feel like once the center of your face is bright and fresh, and well, not too bright, but once it's a little snatch and it lifts your face, then you're kind of good. Pressed powders for me, they last, but these eventually go down. So what I do sometimes is just kind of split them, put them in a tiny little thing for my kit, and then I keep the rest for me. All right, so the next one is actually a staple that I buy all the time. I have them all over. I need to have them all over, else I'll freak out. It is the Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage Concealers. Now, I have a brand new spanking one here. And the reason why I always buy this concealer, now this is a problem that a lot of people have with this concealer. They always hit me up, I recommend it. They always hit me up and say, Jalisa, this concealer is so dry. Use your fingers, obviously clean fingers, and warm this concealer up, because once you warm this concealer up, once you apply it on moisturized skin, I promise you that this thing is going to be so soft and so smooth that literally what I like to do is just press this into the skin. So I'm going to show you the one that I have right now, if I can make it look decent. So this is the one I have right now, and you see this shade right here? That darker shade is a perfect shade for around my mouth. And then what I do with the second one is that, let's say I don't want to wear foundation that day, I take the darker one, I put it around my mouth, I take this one and tap it around my mouth. So I have been using the NARS Soft Matte a lot. I use this a lot. But a lot of the times I do like this, especially for days that when I'm on set, I'm working, and I want something that works. I feel like if you have a lot of discoloration and you want coverage and you're not getting coverage from a regular like stick, like any of these like creamy concealers, and you're not getting the coverage that you want because you have dark marks, I feel like this is a concealer. Like, I wish they can go one shade darker. I know SE8, this is SE7, it goes to SE8. I really want them to come out with like a SE9, because I think that it needs a darker range, 2 shades darker, because this, if you just like, especially if I'm on set, right, I could do face and body or light fresh foundation, maybe even Glossier, and then I will take those two as a combination, face and body, and this is perfection. And I'll tell you this is a staple in makeup artist kit. If you go backstage, you'll see this foundation in everybody's kit, and we actually kind of like break these out of the thing, and we always have like a palette. I never did that because I can't. But it's a staple because the reason why is because, let's say I take a tiny little brush like this with this concealer, and I do like this, spot treat, tap in, it literally looks like skin. So if discoloration, you might have dark marks, you might have discoloration around your mouth or hyperpigmentation, whatever it is, if you're looking to cover that up in the most natural way possible, I highly recommend that Laura Mercier concealer. I still love my soft matte, but soft matte, it does look, to me it does look a little bit more makeup-y. Obviously you can manipulate it a little bit, but yeah, I will forever always buy this. So all right, and then the next one, so I only have three more things. The next one is this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, right? Is it right? Yes, Airbrush Flawless. I only have it for a few days, guys. So this spray is a spray that I used in my NARS video. The NARS video, what do you call it? I reviewed this foundation, the new foundation. This one I reviewed. If you have not seen it, I will put it up here for you guys. This would be part of my haul if I did not get the foundations from the brand. They sent me all of them, so I'm going to put them in my kit. But this would definitely have been in my Sephora haul. But I ended up wearing this foundation in the wear test. I had it on with my mask and everything, and then I set with this. And I definitely think I'm going to need another one because I'm going to need to put one in my kit. But this setting spray is kind of incredible. It's kind of incredible. So the whole thing with this is that it's no melting, no fading, no creasing. And then it primes and sets for up to 16 hours. I mean, obviously I haven't tried it for 16 hours, but I did find that my makeup really lasted. It did not come off on my mask as it usually would. So that was quite impressive. Then the next one is something that I have been obsessed with for quite some time. So I do a lot of press-on nails now. Press-on nails is my thing. I do Impress, and then I found this vendor on Etsy, and she has a ton of like press-ons, and I was like, oh, like I like nude colors. I'm like, you know, I'm always like in brush cleaner and like Parent Spirit. Like some of those brush cleaners are so strong. I always have literally a bottle of alcohol. I have so many of these around my house in my kit. Like I'm always, so for me it's like I'm not necessarily wanting to do nails that much. I get my nails done as much because I would do gel, and for some reason, even when I was younger, I would get my nails done. Like this lady one time was like, yeah, your kind of nails like nail polishes, and I'm like, what? Like I would do my nails, like let's say I'm doing my nails on my own at home, like the next day day two, it's like peeling off. Gel never lasted on my nail, and I was just like, I'm annoyed, right? So now I'm obsessed with these press-on nails. These are just some of the other ones. I'll probably pop like some pictures of the other ones that I've gotten. So I was like, I'm kind of like, I love it because I'm very simple and like I like my nails to look classic. But then I'm just like, I kind of mess these up, but like they still like are pretty, because they're pretty color, right? But I was like, oh, I'm kind of bored. So I saw that Ciate, because you know, once I click that I like nails, you know, all the internet is going to do is recommend me a bunch of nail things. So Ciate has these cheat sheets, and this is what it looks like. And because of the Sephora sale, I bought 2 of them, and this one, you know, was, you know, ended up being free because of the credit that I got. But they come with like a bunch of these. Let me make sure I have all of them out. So they come with a bunch of like styles of stickers that you can stick on your nail. And for me, these are super convenient because I'm always on camera. Sometimes I want my nails to match the aesthetic of what I'm wearing or what the product looks like. Because it's like, let's say I'm doing a natural makeup tutorial. If I have, let's just randomly say if I had neon green nails, it's just not the vibe, right? So sometimes I just want to switch things up. I never actually did these on my own, so I'm kind of obsessed. The only one I don't really like is this. I just not into it, but I feel like if I do like maybe all blue or all pink, like that might be cute. But I won't probably mix those colors together. So I like that they have like little eyes and just like different ways you can kind of like play around. And it's just more convenient for me. Of course, I'll treat myself to like go to get my nails done here and there, but you know, just for me and like my content and just like being busy and stuff. And some days if I'm on set, I don't want long nails because I'm just like, you know, I mean, it's different now. I'm not really using my hands as much. I'm using sponges or whatever. But even for myself, you know, like I can navigate. But anyways, I digress. So last but not least is my KP Bump Eraser Body Scrub. Now I have been meaning to try this for a really long time. I have keratosis pilaris. I grew up with eczema. A lot of people are like, what? I'm like, yeah, for a long time I like had like big patches of skin behind my knees, by like my elbows. Like, I mean, as I grew older, it's not as bad, but my KP, you know, chicken skin is like right here might get like a little affected. It'll break out here and there. It might break out my legs here and there. And this is something I've been meaning to try. So I was like, oh, I'll just pop this in my cart. So I have been really obsessed with like a bunch of body scrubs. I'm thinking about doing like a skincare week on my IG and just talk about a lot of the body scrubs. Because I've been playing with a lot of body scrubs, glycolic acid. Like I've been playing around with a lot of things. Some stuff from Uber Skin RX. So I'm like, maybe I should do a little skincare week and talk about especially body products too and not just face. I've been using some new products from a Korean skincare line, and I really like it. This is what it looks like. I'm just giving you a sneak peek. It's not from Sephora. But yeah, so this was my last buy, and I'm just like, and this has 10% AHA, which is really good. So I've been using this in the shower along with some other things, but you know, from Sephora. And I love this. First Aid Beauty actually has some really good products and I want to try more from them, but this is something that I've known about for such a long time and I just wasn't buying it. So I love that. I like that. And I think if you need some good staples, some of the things that I mentioned is some of the things that you actually want to check out and like add to your main kit, like your staples, like that spray, that concealer, like things you're always going to want, and not just like, you know, not to say like another palette is bad, but like it's just not another palette. It's like things like, you know, that you might actually fall in love with and use for a long period of time. So that is it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think. I know this was a very mini haul, but for me, I'm just like re-up on the staples, like not just another palette, even though like I have another palette, like I've been trying some things, but I am obsessed with these products. I really want you to check them out because they may just upgrade like your personal like basics, like your main kit, personal or, you know, otherwise. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys for, you know, subscribing and watching my channel. I really appreciate it. But don't forget, if you're here, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. It really helps. And don't forget to subscribe. And of course, if you want to know about the makeup that I'm wearing, I'm going to leave the link in the down bar for the tutorial that I did on Instagram. And of course, you can check out my other videos here. And I will see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Toodles. Bye guys. Should I just put the, ooh, with this brown, I think the blue eye. The blue.